Welcome back to Buzz on Veterans. I'm your host, Captain Rick Hoffman, and we're here at the Memorial Wall in Jacksonville on Memorial Day as guests of the Military Affairs and Veterans Department of Jacksonville. What does Memorial Day mean to you?
Well, I grew up here in Jacksonville, Navy veteran, 23 years, 2 wars, and I've been, especially in Afghanistan, to funerals of young men, like 18, 19-year-old men, and these are the guys and the women we recognize and remember today and remember every day. We owe that to them, and it was a great turnout today to memorialize their service. I'm reminded of the prophet Isaiah who said, "Here am I, send me." That is really the spirit of our veterans. Their mission mindset is they're willing to put themselves out to the point of death to defend our freedoms, and we owe it to them every Memorial Day to honor them, those that didn't make it back.
It's an honor to do this, and I've been involved with this event for at least 22 years here, and so it never ceases to bring me to tears.
It means everything. Because of the men and women who died protecting our country, we have the freedoms that we have today. And
I never miss this observance because I think it is of all the things we say and do, this is where we demonstrate how much we really appreciate it. And as I think Harrison said it best, Memorial Day is the one that makes all the other holidays possible.
Memorial Day, most people don't forget that it's all about the people that gave their lives for us. And I kind of think of them as, we're a big body, that's our skeleton on that wall, and it gets a little bigger every year and a little stronger. It's up to us, the American citizens, to build out the rest of our nation on their skeleton. They're the ones that provide the structure to all of us, the backbone of our country.
It means a lot because I'm a Vietnam veteran myself. I was a nurse, and I lost my sister. She was put on the wall today, Judy T.
Yeah.
And she was a nurse as well.
It's an opportunity for us to stop, and hopefully we do that, to stop and really remember why we are here. And from my perspective, we're here to remember everybody who came before us that made that ultimate sacrifice in service in uniform so that we can continue to enjoy these freedoms that we enjoy. And it's only because of those men and women.
We get thanked all year for our service, and Memorial Day is the time that you stop and say, nope, it's not about us today. It's about those that went before us and those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. So to take the time out to come and memorialize and see this wall, honestly, for my first time, it's amazing. So yeah, it's great to be out here.
Is there someone in particular that you've served with that you're thinking of today?
Well, honestly, I harken back to my my uncle that served in Vietnam, and he just passed on recently. But he was kind of a role model for me, and so I think about him whenever I come to a Memorial Day like this.
Well, I'm here also to honor my uncle, Charlie Ruffin, who was a merchant seaman. My mother's brother. I never knew him. Of course, he participated in World War II. And my mother never even got to meet her brother. So I'm here to not only represent him, but to represent our family.
Well, all those guys and there weren't too many, but there were some that we had to bury over in Afghanistan or put to rest and memorialize. And so keeping their families in mind, those Gold Star families that were here today for sure, and around the country that are hurting today, remembering their fallen loved one, and we just extend our prayers to them.
First is an ensign named Mac McLaughlin, who I was in my first squadron with, who flew off the ship in an E-2 to go to a school. It's so new, he never even had a flight in the S-3 off the ship. And the airplane crashed, and he unfortunately perished with the other 4 people in the airplane. And I was one of the pallbearers at his funeral. I will never forget folding the flag over his coffin.
Both grandfathers served with tremendous distinction in World War II. And my father, all my uncles served, my cousin, and it's a time I can reflect on everything they did.
I had served in the Pentagon on Army staff, and I left to go to a NATO course, earlier than I should have. I should have still been there if I'd have served a regular tour. And that day when that plane came into the Pentagon, the nose of that plane went through our offices, and 30 of my colleagues were killed that day, including my office mate, Sergeant Major Strickland, the senior officer who was killed that day, Lieutenant General Timothy Maude, and also my buddy who was his aide, Kip Taylor, as well as others that I had hired in many cases and brought into the Pentagon to serve on Army staff. And so I remember them. I remember their families who are still with us, who are still suffering because of those losses, and I will continue to remember them.